Alright, picture this. You step off the plane, the Mediterranean sun hits your face, and boom, welcome to Italy. You grab your bags, navigate through a mix of English, Italian, and a bit of hand-waving, because yes, Italians do communicate with their hands. And you're off. First stop, Rome. It's like walking through a museum that forgot it was supposed to close 5 centuries ago. You're surrounded by ancient ruins and architecture everywhere. Seriously, turn a corner, and there's the Colosseum just casually chillin' there, as if it didn't host some of the wildest shows in history. But here's your first quirky tip. Forget the fancy restaurants and hunt down a tiny trattoria on a side street. These hole-in-the-wall spots are where Italian grandmothers work their pasta magic. Pro tip, order cacio e pepe. It's basically cheese, pepper, and pasta, but somehow it's pure magic. Oh, and brace yourself for the scooters. Romans drive like they're in an action movie. Scooters zip by on the sidewalk. Buses barely fit down the narrow streets, and somehow it all just works. Rome logic, right? Alright, after surviving the Roman traffic, we hop on a train and head to Florence. This city is like a love letter to art. Everywhere you look, there's a statue, a painting, or some incredible piece of architecture. You've got the Uffizi Gallery, home to works by Botticelli and Da Vinci, but if you want the real deal, head over to see Michelangelo's David at the Accademia. That statue is huge. And yes, everyone awkwardly stares at the same part. You know the one. Florence is also where you're going to have a true gelato awakening. But heads up, avoid the towering mountains of gelato stacked in the window. That's the tourist stuff. Instead, look for gelato that's level with the tubs. It's the real deal. Trust me, one taste, and you'll get why Italians take gelato so seriously. Next, we hop over to Cinque Terre, 5 little towns hugging the rugged coastline. Picture colorful houses perched on cliffs, turquoise waters, and hiking trails that'll make your legs feel like pasta after a few hours. The views are breathtaking, but don't let the pictures fool you. These trails are steep. For a quirky tip, take the Via dell'Amore, a scenic walk between the towns of Riomaggiore and Manarola. Or if you're up for it, grab some focaccia bread. They do it best here, a bottle of wine, and just chill by the water. Cinque Terre is about soaking up the beauty, not rushing around. Then we're off to Venice, where every street is a canal, and getting lost isn't just a risk, it's the whole experience. Venice has this mysterious, dreamy vibe, like you've just walked into a painting. But here's a fun tip. Don't spend a fortune on a gondola ride. Instead, take the traghetto, which is like a local ferry across the Grand Canal. It's way cheaper, and you'll still get the experience. Plus, you'll probably get a local giving you the side eye as you awkwardly try to balance. And keep an eye out for people in masquerade masks. Yes, they wear them for the vibe. But here's the funny part. Most of them are just tourists who thought, why not? Now, no Italian adventure is complete without a trip to Naples. This is Italy's wild child, gritty, loud, but so full of character. And the pizza, it's next level. We're talking about the birthplace of pizza here, folks. Forget pineapple. Here, it's all about simplicity. Order a margherita, tomato, mozzarella, basil, done. It's perfection. Naples has a reputation for being a bit chaotic, and it's not totally off. Crosswalks, optional, speed limits, guidelines at best. But the locals have this laid-back attitude that somehow makes the chaos charming. Leaving the bustling cities behind, we head into the rolling hills of Tuscany. Think sun-drenched vineyards, winding roads, and charming stone villas that look straight out of a movie. And here's the deal with Tuscany, it's about slowing down and savoring the little things. So, quirky tip here, book a wine tasting tour at a small, family-owned vineyard. You'll probably meet someone's nana, grandma, who insists you try her olive oil as well. Oh, and when it comes to Italian wine, don't try to sound like a wine snob. Italians just want you to enjoy it, not analyze it. Just go with it. They'll appreciate the laid-back vibe. Now, welcome to Bologna, the culinary heart of Italy. This city is all about food, and honestly, it's like they invented comfort food here. Yes, bolognese sauce is from here, but they just call it ragu, and it's so much better than anything you've ever had. So here's the tip. Go for a tagliatelle ragu at a local osteria. It's fresh pasta coated in a rich meat sauce, and it's pure heaven. And try not to ask for spaghetti bolognese. It's kind of sacrilegious here. Also, if you see tortellini and broth on the menu, order it. Locals say it cures any problem, and after one bite, you'll probably believe them. We're cruising down the Amalfi Coast. This place is all about jaw-dropping cliffside views, pastel-colored houses, and lemons everywhere. They're obsessed with lemons, so naturally, you have to try the limoncello, a super strong lemon liqueur that'll knock your socks off. Locals drink it like water, but take it easy, it's stronger than it looks. For a fun tip, rent a scooter and ride along the coast. The roads are narrow and winding, so it's half beautiful, half terrifying, but you'll feel like you're in an Italian movie. Just watch out for hairpin turns, and don't be surprised if you have to dodge a bus. Amalfi drivers are fearless, but you'll get used to it kind of. On to Milan, Italy's fashion capital. Milan is a mix of high-end boutiques, catwalk-ready people, and a little touch of grit. It's the land of sleek style, but also espresso shots downed in seconds. Italians don't linger over coffee like we do. They're in and out in less than a minute. Tip: skip the expensive restaurants and grab an aperitivo instead. You'll pay for a drink, but they'll throw in an entire buffet of snacks for free. It's their version of happy hour, but with style. And while you're here, go check out the Cathedral of Milan. Inside, it's beautiful, but the real adventure is climbing to the rooftop. You get this crazy view over the city, and the Alps in the distance. Pure magic. We wrap things up in Sicily, Italy's island with its own unique twist. Sicily has some of the most beautiful beaches, with crystal clear waters that practically beg you to dive in. But the real fun is in the markets. Picture open-air stalls with every type of food imaginable, from fresh fish to fruits, spices, and pastries. Here's the tip: try rancini, which are fried rice balls filled with cheese and meat, or cannoli, a crispy pastry filled with sweet ricotta. It's like the Sicilian street food you never knew you needed. And while you're here, make a stop at the Valley of the Temples. These ancient Greek ruins, that feel like stepping back in time. Sicily is like a blend of everything: history, beaches, and some of the friendliest people you'll meet. Alright, before we wrap up, here are a few more tips to help you survive and enjoy Italy. Get comfortable saying ciao. It's more than a word, it's a vibe. Don't overplan. Italians love spontaneity, so embrace it. Skip an itinerary for an afternoon, and just wander. Learn to love the late start. Lunch doesn't happen before 1 p.m. and dinner not before 8 p.m. Embrace the relaxed pace. And, of course, enjoy every espresso shot. Italians do coffee like it's a sacred ritual, and once you've tried it here, there's no going back. Italy isn't just a place, it's an experience. The charm, the chaos, the beauty, the quirks, they all add up to this unforgettable journey. So, pack light, stay curious, and get ready for a whirlwind of food, culture, and unforgettable moments. That's it for today's Italian adventure. Arrivederci.